Hi, everyone. Dr. Justin Golston here. And in this session, we're going to discuss a few metaverses. I'm trying to keep this video short, so depending upon how long each metaverse takes, we'll just start a new video. But in this video, we're going to first begin with the Sandbox. So the largest metaverses current state, the largest decentralized Web3 metaverses current state, let me rephrase that, is going to be Sandbox and Decentraland in terms of the number of users. But I would say that Sandbox currently has more users than Decentraland. So you can see a number of individuals, a number of organizations have already entered into this particular metaverse. And each one of these plots are owned by either these organizations or individuals. Okay, SIDTech has a number of lands within Sandbox, but you can see that a number of organizations that you have probably heard of, such as Ubisoft, such as Adidas. Let's see who else we can see. Care Bears, if you're old enough to remember the Care Bears were out whenever I was younger, so probably not. But you can see that a number of companies, a number of individuals have already entered into this metaverse. You can see that a number of people, so this is a Bored Ape, so that's an individual that owns that entire plot there. But then you have Republic Realm, which is a VC organization, a venture capital organization that does a lot of investment within the Web3 space, has a number of large plots within the metaverse. One of the individuals that I speak with every once in a while, BitBoy Crypto, is here. And another thing within the metaverse is that it's an advertising piece, right? So if you didn't know who BitBoy Crypto was, you could just click on that icon, and then you could actually go into his website. So BitBoy has an academy that he does. So again, this marketing. So then he's going to further monetize, even though he may be still building out his metaverse, he's still marketing his products from the metaverse. So within the metaverse, you're going to begin to see, for a long time, you're going to see a integration between Web3, which is a metaverse where people have ownership of the lands, and the Web2 world, where you have the links to the traditional websites where you can still monetize in the Web2 world. Okay, so the metaverse is going to be very interesting in that you're going to see a mixture of large organizations, such as the China Morning Post, for example. So if I go here, so that's going to link these individuals within the metaverse to news outlets, to organizations, right? Now, the good thing about the metaverse is that it actually exposes people, because it's decentralized. It exposes individuals to organizations, to others that they probably would have not interacted with in the Web2 world, right? So now I have access to the China Morning Post, right? So now I have access to other organizations, other individuals. So let's say that I'm a Bored Ape fan, for example, right? I could click this, and I could say, oh, let me go see what this guy's up to, this Bored Ape holder, right? So then he has a link to his Twitter, right? He has 21,000 followers on his Twitter. So that's marketing from an individual perspective. Similar to how people do marketing in the Web2 world on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter, on YouTube. Now you're able to market within the metaverse, right? And it also provides you with the integration between the Web2 world and the Web3 world. Sandbox has grown to become one of the more popular metaverses, if not the most popular metaverse, because they have brought in a number of partnerships with influencers and celebrities. So if I go here, you can see Steve Aoki. So Steve Aoki is a large entertainer. So you can see that he had a partnership where he's going to bring in his fans from the Web2 world into the Web3 world, right? And then you can also see that the sandbox is blocky. We call that voxel. So voxels. So we say that the sandbox is a voxel based metaverse because it has the blocky look, kind of like Minecraft. So that's another and that is by design, because I feel that they think that a lot of people, because a number of users are in Minecraft, those users from Minecraft could actually come into Sandbox and also build, right? Because the building, the structure is different. So they would be able to build quicker than other metaverses that are built on Unity or Unreal Engine. Because once again, most of these metaverses have to be built by the people, right? Similar to how in the Web2 world, how Facebook, YouTube, Instagram was built by the people, creating content by the people. Sandbox and other metaverses that we're going to go through will also have to be built by the people, right? Another person, Snoop Dogg's in the metaverse as well. So this is another large partnership by the Sandbox. There was one person, I forgot how much that person paid. Let's see here. So, and another thing is, let's see here. Sandbox, Snoop's neighbor. Someone paid $450,000 to be Snoop Dogg's metaverse neighbor. What kind of marketing is that, right? So for the Sandbox, although they may have paid Snoop a lot of money to put his face in the metaverse, I will say Snoop Dogg is very active within the Web3 space. Just because of my research, I understand that. Now, I still don't think that he bought the land. I think they gave it to him for marketing purposes, because of that, somebody paid $450,000 just to be beside this plot, right? So within the metaverse, similar to how location is very important within the physical world, within the IRL, in real life, it's also very important from a Web3 perspective. Okay, so right now that's just an overview of the Sandbox. The Sandbox is just one metaverse of many, right? Now, again, Sandbox is voxel based, and another metaverse that is voxel based is crypto voxels. So crypto voxels, and again, let me back up. So with Sandbox was built on Ethereum, but they also have an integration with the Polygon blockchain. So if you are operating on the Polygon blockchain, you can also, it's interoperable. So you interoperate between different blockchains, right? Now that was a big issue. A couple of years ago, in that if you're on the Ethereum blockchain, it was difficult to transfer tokens or assets from Ethereum to Polygon. Okay, so Ethereum is what we refer to as a layer 1. So it's the primary blockchain, and then you have layer 2s, and Polygon's a layer 2 within the Ethereum network, right? So in order to buy voxels or assets or things like that from other people who created those assets, as opposed to an organization, you have to use Sand. So Sand is the in-game token for Sandbox, right? So you're going to see some of these metaverses use Ethereum, Some of them, which Ethereum is just because it's built on the Ethereum blockchain. Some of them will use Ethereum, but then some of them have created their own token, have created their own assets, right? So you can allow the users to use that in-game token. Okay. Now, the reason why they do that within those metaverses is that that increases the liquidity for that particular project. Okay. Now, we have experienced bear markets within the crypto space, within the Web3 space. And because Sandbox has built up liquidity using their own token, then now they're able to further continue to develop even in a bear market. In the last bear market that we experienced in 2022, a lot of these organizations were building out metaverses, but with the decline in Bitcoin, with the decline in Ethereum, a lot of these organizations had to stop, and they no longer exist, right? Because they ran out of money. They could no longer build. They could no longer pay developers, right? Now, because Sandbox was able to build up the liquidity using that Sand token in the bull market, right? Now they're able to continue to develop out this land. Now they can continue to have these partnerships with Steve Aoki, with Snoop Dogg, with Atari, right? So that they can bring in more more fans of these individuals into their metaverse. Okay. I just wanted to point that out. With crypto voxels. So crypto voxels is also built on Ethereum. Okay. SidTech has a number of builds within a Sandbox. One of this build here that we're going to go into is what we refer to as a white label build. So within the metaverse, similar to rental spaces in the real world, if people want to hold events in the metaverse, then they will be able to rent out this space and live stream an event in the metaverse. Okay. We did an event in Canada for the Blockchain Futurist Conference, and we actually live streamed the entire Blockchain Futurist Conference within our metaverse. Okay. So this is our top floor within this metaverse. So within this metaverse, I can fly out, and again, you can see that this is voxel based. So I can go here. So again, this is just one of the events in the Blockchain Futurist Conference. So because it's integrated with YouTube, we were able to live stream. We were able to live stream the entire conference through that YouTube stream from our metaverse build. Okay. This was the event that Vitalik Buterin did. So that was Vitalik's speech at the Blockchain Futurist Conference in Canada. Also, if I fly in here, you can see we have a number of apes in this build. So within here, you can also display your non-fungible tokens, your NFTs. And then also, I showed you an example of how we were able to live stream from YouTube, but here's where I actually live stream classes. So we have a SidTech DAO Twitch stream, and then we will actually live stream classes, and then anyone can actually come into the metaverse and view those classes within the metaverse. All right. So once again, within the metaverse, you can see all of these lands here. All of these lands were purchased by different people. So you can see that different people have different builds. People have different tastes, just like in the real world, right? But in the metaverse, I'm not gonna say there are no rules, but it's decentralized, and there's people from all around the world that's building in this metaverse, right? So So again, this is voxel based, so it's going to be a little bit, it's a little bit blocky, but it's just as simple as someone purchasing a land plot, and then you can build anything you want within the metaverse. Okay. Just want to give you a little tour of the metaverse here. So this is, let me show you the integration. Let me show you really quick the integration with OpenSea. Let me go back in here. So also, if someone was an artist, right? If someone was an artist, or if you had an NFT would like to sell, you could put that NFT within this metaverse build, right? And then it'll give you a preview of, this is one of my favorite NFTs I purchased. And then you can actually say view on OpenSea. And then it takes you to OpenSea. And within OpenSea, you could actually either sell that NFT, or if it's not your NFT that you own, you could actually put in an offer for that NFT. Okay. So that's another thing that's important to the metaverse. Whereas instead of you holding on to physical art, right? Now you're able to display your art, your creations to everyone, to the world, from around the world, right? Another interesting piece within the metaverse is that you'll be able to create digital replicas of particular things, shoes, clothing, things like that. You create a digital replica, and then once someone purchases that digital copy of that particular item, then they could actually redeem that digital non-fungible token for the physical art. Okay. And that's also where AR, or where augmented reality could come in, where you could actually try on digital shoes. And so that's why Nike actually acquired a company called Artifact, where Artifact was an organization that created digital shoes within Web3, and then Nike acquired them so that they could have digital shoes. Actually have a patent for digital shoes. Nike did that. So you're starting to see a number of Web2 organizations, or in real life organizations, looking to enter into the Web3 space. Okay. Now, another metaverse build is ours called SITEC University. So a cool thing with the metaverse is that I can teleport from one metaverse build to another. Okay. So because this is our build, we could say, okay, I want to go from one build to another. So I can say click to teleport. And then I would actually get dumped into another location. Okay. So another build within here is SITEC University. And I say spawn here. So spawn is another way where you could actually go into a build. And here is another place where we actually hold courses. We've had a number of blockchain courses for Polkadot within this university build. So we kind of have an art gallery of some of the apes we have for SITEC DAO members. And then if we go up here, we can see a number of other locations where we had a little music event, within this space. And that's the thing with the metaverse, where you can build anything, you can pretty much build anything that you want. within the metaverse. Okay, so there's another voxel that was created that we put up within here just for examples. And once again, you can go in here, and then you could actually go in OpenSea, and then you could actually put in an offer based on NFTs that you own. But if you were visiting this particular space, if you wanted to purchase a particular NFT, you would just put in a bid, and then the owner of that NFT would either purchase it or either accept the offer, right? And then now you're the new owner. Okay. So that is just 2 metaverses. So we just did 2 voxel-based metaverses that were built on the Ethereum blockchain. In the next videos, we're going to go into a few metaverses that are built on Unity as well as Unreal Engine. So they're going to be more realistic. Okay. So all metaverses aren't created equal, and you're going to see that in the next video. Until next time.